In this video, I will share with you 5 ways you can elevate your self-esteem and reframe your thoughts. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Veronica. I'm a content creator, photographer, a founder of a modest activewear brand, Fifth Generation Apparel. I document and share my business journey along with its ups and downs, valuable lessons and practical advice to inspire women like me to pursue their passion, take action and craft the life that they deserve. We spend so much time wondering whether we are good enough or we deserve to be happy. It's definitely not a very logical process, but it's a learned process. The best thing you can do for yourself is to learn how to love exactly who you are and how you look. The more time we spend in a positive headspace, the happier our life is going to be. A lot of people use things like affirmations and visualisations to help them get in a better headspace, especially after experiencing an emotional trauma. The importance of having self-esteem has been ignored for too long. It's like oxygen. We really need it to survive. Self-esteem is the foundation of our personality and social confidence. It impacts every aspect of our life, whether we're aware of it or not. But the best thing about self-esteem is we can create it for ourselves. Of course, there are people that we encounter in our lives that can make us feel worthless, but there are also things that we can do to celebrate our uniqueness, our individuality, our beauty, and ourselves. And of course, there are beautiful people in our life that can make us feel very special and loved. But these beautiful things can often be hidden under a pile of negative emotions. Those emotions might not be visible, but they definitely are part of us. So self-esteem is basically a measure of a person's sense of worth and how they feel about themselves. Self-esteem is something that all humans need to feel confident in their life, and it can be broken down in 3 parts. So the first part of self-esteem is your opinion of yourself. If you don't think well of yourself, that leads to low self-esteem. The second part of self-esteem is your opinion of other people. If you don't really connect with people or you don't really like people, that can also lead to low self-esteem. The third part of the self-esteem is the opinion other people have about you. And if you let those judging voices get to you, then that also leads to low self-esteem. So here are 5 ways you can improve your self-image. First of all, change your perspective on yourself. A lot of the times people are way too hard on themselves for the things they've done. But it's not so much about the things you've done, it's about how you think of those things. Sometimes it's just changing your perspective can make a huge difference in your life. There are a lot of things you can do to make yourself feel better. For example, wearing the clothes that are very flattering for your body type, doing the work that you enjoy, or surround yourself with people who make you feel special, loved, and cared for. But the most important shift that you have to make is change your image in your own mind. Start by looking at yourself in the mirror and noticing the things that you love about yourself. Is it your eyes? Is it your smile? Recognize what is it about you that you like when you look at yourself in the mirror. And that can really help you see yourself in a better light and in a more loving and kind way. It will also empower you to realize that you're good enough just the way you are. Changing the way you think about yourself is the right step towards improving your self-image. Try to be more self-aware and more positive in your thoughts when it comes to your self-image. The power to change lies within you. Change what you see in the mirror by changing what's going on in your mind. Self-improvement comes from within. Tip number 2, affirm yourself by positively reinforcing your qualities. An affirmation is a short phrase or mantra that you repeat to yourself again and again. You repeat it to yourself again and again to help instigate the change of feelings or behavior. Affirmations are a great way to make change in your life. By repeating these mantras, either internally or out loud, over time, you can change the way you feel about yourself. You can say things like, I am confident, I'm hardworking, I am trustworthy and I'm kind, I am friendly, caring, loving, and supportive. All of those are amazing qualities that you possess. You also have to be very specific when it comes to your affirmations so that you can instigate that very specific change. Affirmations are all about your self-image and self-esteem. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see someone who is capable of great things? Or do you see someone who is silly or worthless or can't achieve anything in their life? When we tell ourselves those negative things, it affects how we feel about ourselves. We truly believe that we are the way we think we are. However, if we flip the switch and tell ourselves positive things and we tell ourselves the things that we love about ourselves, that just turns the entire game around. Suddenly we find ourselves in a more positive headspace. So next time you make a mistake or you fail at something, rather than getting down on yourself, affirm yourself that it's a part of the process on your journey to success. Tip number 3, and this is my favorite one, quit the comparison game. It's very common for all of us to play this nasty comparison game and compare ourselves to others and judge ourselves way too harshly. We might think we're not as successful as other people or as attractive as other people. Comparing yourself to others can be a dangerous game to play. People who compare themselves to others are more likely to feel dissatisfied within their bodies, within their relationships, and life in general. We compare ourselves to others all of the time, whether we are aware of it or not, and social media doesn't help with it. Let me just say that. Anyways, when you compare your life and what you do to, what other people are doing, you'll be less satisfied with your own life and your own achievements. It's just you bringing yourself down for no good reason. We might see people achieving amazing things in a very short period of time, and that will make us feel incompetent, but it has nothing to do with us. You can't compare your circumstances and what you're doing to other people. They have different circumstances, and you can't even compare yourself accurately just because you have different cards that you play with and you dealt different cards and you are at different stages, might be in your entrepreneurial journey. You just have to really just stop comparing yourself to other people. I know that this habit can be very hard to break because it's just natural for us to see what other people in our life are doing, or especially on social media, but there are a few ways you can combat it. So rather than looking at those people's lives and see what they're doing, stay in your lane. Put your blinders on and focus on what you're doing. You look at the actions that you've taken to achieve certain things, and you celebrate your wins on your journey. Stay in your lane, look right ahead, look at your progress, and that way you will be satisfied with what you're doing and you just won't bring yourself down so much by comparing yourself to others, because you can't just do it accurately. And I've already talked about that. Moving on to the next tip. This is also something that I really love, and I think it really helps us raise our self-esteem, is by practicing gratitude. Every day we get is a gift, but we take it for granted. We tend to forget that it's a gift, and every day could be our last one. We just don't realize that, and we forget to be grateful for all of the beautiful things we have in our lives, and that leads to deep dissatisfaction. we take our seemingly mundane things for granted, like having electricity or having food on our plates or a roof over our heads, having healthy children, having a good relationship with our spouse. Those are all gifts in life, and we tend to take that for granted. And when you do that, you're just not as happy as you should be. And if you look at your blessings and truly appreciate your blessings, you will realize how lucky you actually are. Studies have actually shown that people who practice gratitude daily have healthier relationships, they have better mental health, and they are just generally more happy individuals and more satisfied with their lives, which is like very important for us. For example, as Muslims, we're supposed to pray 5 times a day and practice gratitude 5 times a day. Like, it's prescribed to us. So we should be very, very happy. And if we are doing that properly, of course. By practicing gratitude, you focus on the good things you have in your life. You don't focus on the things that you don't have yet and you wish you'd have them. You focus on the things you already have and the things that make your life easy and the things that you use in your life and the people that you have in your life and you really appreciate it. It just really helps you raise your self-esteem. Practicing gratitude can be as simple as taking a moment before you go to bed and listing everything you are grateful for, and maybe acknowledging something that happened to you that day, and really practice gratitude that way. You can also journal. If you like journaling, you can also write out things that you are grateful for in your journal, and that really, really helps to elevate your self-image. And tip number 5, try not to focus on what others have to say about you. The need to worry about what other people think about you is a very human condition. People who are overly concerned about other people's opinions are less likely to take risks or follow through on their ideas. The truth is, you can do nothing and people will still have something to say about you. So my number 1 advice would be to consider the source. Who is doing the judging? And remember that happy, fulfilled, and successful people don't have the time, the energy, or desire to judge other people or bring them down. And a lot of people who are doing the judging are simply projecting their own insecurities onto other people. Recognizing that will help you filter the feedback and decide whether you want to take it on board or not. The only reason for you to take some constructive feedback is the feedback from people who've already done what you're trying to do or achieve and they've been successful at it. Their feedback will actually help you grow. So the idea of self-esteem and self-worth go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, and you need to work on both to get the best results. In order for you to improve your self-esteem, you have to be very mindful and take some time for yourself to work on it. Every single day. You can start by journaling or meditating, praying, being very mindful in your life. And that will help you rewire your thought patterns and get more clarity in your life. It's also very important for you to surround yourself with the right people, the kind, the loving, the caring, and supportive people in your life who will uplift you and not bring you down. And remember, you are in control of who you let in. So on this positive note, I'm going to end this video. If you found value in this video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comment below, let me know, share this video with someone who will definitely learn from it and implement the advice to uplift their self-esteem. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel right here. And if you want to learn more from me, check out these videos over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.